It is 1:38 p.m. And I am so proud of myself. So proud of myself because I have not cried one time today. And we got to count. Hey, Patty, bonjour. We have to count those wins. We have got to count those wins. I also, hello, bonjour, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It is 1:40 p.m. here. And I'm so glad you caught it live. I went live on the other spot and it was a vibe. I can tell you it was a vibe. I tested it out because I'm always saying, oh, I don't have a community there. I don't have a community there. The people there don't know me. Oh, okay, yeah, 10:40. Oh yeah, so you're close to my time. Bonjour. I'm always talking about how I don't have a community in a certain space, but yet I'm not doing anything about it. Anything about it. Bonjour. I reposted you. I hope that was okay. I hope that was okay. Bonjour. Y'all came back. Merci. Oh, we acted because so that's the thing. We were chatting about being the new person on the block. And I am one of the new people on the block on this other platform, and how it's a difficult transition. It is a difficult transition when you're used to your people. Like certain things with you all, I don't have to explain. You all get my humor. You all get my awkwardness. Like you all get me, you know? But on that other place, they don't know me. Like they don't really know me. So I guess it, and you all know I use the word trigger like very lightly because everything's just so triggering. But it's one of those things, I guess it reminds me of like childhood, or like just growing up. Like we moved so much, so I was always the new person. So now that I found like a comfortable space, a safe space for the most part, there are some foes I mean who be bees in the trap. Bees in the trap. But for the most part, I have found a comfortable space here. Like I found what feels like home. The thought of going to a new place, technologically speaking, because you all know I'm not afraid to just go somewhere, but technologically speaking, going to a new space, it's like it makes me think about being that awkward kid in school again, like trying to find like what lunch table am I going to sit at? Where am I going to, one of those things. And it's uncomfortable. Like it's really uncomfortable. And I am doing my best to get outside of certain comfort zones. You all know me well enough to know it's 4:42 in Houston. Oh yeah. Okay, so you all are up. Oh, merci. I appreciate that quick. You all know for the most part, I am not afraid to try new things, new experiences, any of that. But when it comes to this online thing, yes. Yeah. I get cold feet. It's like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? So I just started talking. Like, what else? I mean, what am I, magic tricks are disappearing? Like what, I don't know what else I thought I should have done. That's the question I'm now asking myself. Like, what else would I have done but just talk? I don't think anyone would have expected anything else from me. Like, oh, merci. Soul sister, we were talking about that on I keep thinking I hear someone coming in. Did y'all hear that? Okay. Mind playing tricks on me. But we were talking about that, soul sister, on TikTok, how just everyone has, and by everyone, it's like been six people. You all know I get so dramatic. It's like the masses. But a lot of people have sent me messages about how I seem to be radiating, how it seems that I am glowing here. And I think a lot of it has to do with the hard work I've been doing, like mentally, emotionally, physically. I shared with you all how I've been in the gym every single day. Some days I work out harder than others. Other days I'm just like kind of in the way, but I'm still there. I think it's a combination too of just the sun. I was speaking with a dear friend today, and she's like, you look so good. And it has to be the sun, the sun, the vitamin D. Like so many of us are deficient. And I'm like, yeah, because you all know that's like one of the three things I detest: sun, sand, and pina coladas. And I'm getting, and the thing thinking, okay. Like, come on. So I thought someone was in my room, but it was the sound of your jewelry. Maybe that's what it was. I am like scaring myself. But I thought I heard like a click. I don't mean to startle anyone. Désolé. Yeah, but I it's been work. It's been a lot of work, and just just eating better. One of the things I shared with you all before, like just wanting to lose weight. Like I put on so much weight. One, the baby, but I we are never alone, yes. I put on a lot of weight with the baby. But then for the most part, I lost a lot of the baby weight. I lost a lot of the baby weight. But then when my mare passed, I like packed on so much, like so many pounds. And so I have now, like, I've gotten serious about it. Like, I really wasn't serious about it before. I was not. Bonjour, I was not serious about it before. So now I've committed to it. I'm not going to diet. That is not my thing. I'm not one for restrictions. Like I want all that work. Okay? All that work. Give me my pasta, fromage. I drink champagne like it's water. Like I want those things. Even yesterday, you all didn't see it, but you all saw, if you saw my stories, that very decadent cake that was just so rich and so good. Typically, I would have had that entire, it wasn't the entire cake, but it was a very, very big slice. I would have just had that to myself. But I just enjoyed a tiny slither, and like that's it. And a part of that comes to it comes to a scarce mindset. I think depending on I need some moderators. I done already got some people at the block party. It's what time is it? Who wakes up being weird like this early? Maybe they on my time. Maybe they on my time, but I'm like, who wakes up? I mean, I know I'm awkward. I know I go to bed awkward, wake up awkward, but God dang, you look beautiful. It's not the size you're in, it's the state of mind you're in. I appreciate that so much, Leslie. Like I do. It is, and some were just vanity metrics, to be totally honest. My numbers are still good, like as far as health wise, but some were just vanity metrics. Like there are certain dresses I have that are, yeah, it's like, what time is it? Where are you all? Hello? This is why I'm always playing music. Because I start hearing stuff and I'm like, and then of course when I get quiet, it gets quiet. I don't want to go check. I don't want to be a hero. Like, Y'all just gonna see it happen on live. Like I am. Do you see this melanin? Do you see this melanin? We don't go check for sounds. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched a scary movie before. Like, I am not going to go check out the sound. Like, that's wild that you even suggested that. Like, they just gonna have to come get me. Like, they just gotta come get me. Like, why would I go to the killer? Like, that's so wild. Like, y'all are real wild. No, it's a far. It's a far noise. But I mean, whatever going to happen, it's going to happen right here. Yeah, everyone's a witness. Everyone's going to be a witness. Because what I'm not going to do is go investigate. Go, you should go check. You really don't mess with me like that. You really don't mess with me like that. Like, it all comes out. Bonjour. Go and check. Have you ever seen a scary movie? Have you ever seen a scary movie? When do we ever go check? If there was an exit, if I could leave this way, I would. But that's the only way out. So they just gonna have to come get me. They just gonna have to come get me. Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna go viral now, world star, because your girl will get in here windmilling. They gonna get this work, okay? They gonna get this work, okay? That's one thing. I ain't never ran from it, and I did about to start running. Now go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. That's what we won't do. I'm not going. I'm not going to, pursue. But oh, you gonna get this work. You gonna get this work. Like they, what? And how embarrassing? How embarrassing is that going to be? How embarrassing is that going to be? Like, the killer, and it's like, what? The lady in the pearls? Like, she gave you that smoke? The one with the bun? Like, her glasses didn't even come off? Like, y'all are real wild. Go check. That's all they getting. When I tell you windmilling, they about to get all this work, and y'all gonna see it. World star, somebody, green record, because it's always somebody. We was there. We saw her last moments. Tell him I went down like a G in this joint record, okay? That's all they getting. I ain't gonna run though. I can tell you that. That's one thing. Even as a little kid, like, I think you all do let the pearls fool you. I mean, I gotta get ready. Gotta position myself. So I think you all really let the pearls, like, it is one of those things. Like, when I was a kid, my cousins still to this day, they will always like tell the story about how, I won't say I was unhinged. Like, I definitely was not unhinged. I am just the type of person, I'm not going to run. Like, I'm not going to run. We going to see what happens. Like, I'm not an aggressor. I'm not going to start anything. I'm not a combative person. However, you're going to get this work. So it's like, and that's the thing, like, that's the mindset where it's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about it. Like, it's that part of, I guess it's an ego thing that I don't have wholly, because I remember being a little girl, and I grew up in the projects. Like, I grew up in the projects and trailer parks, okay? Like, that's how I grew up. And so I remember just, I mean, when you grow up in the hood, like, growing up in the hood, it's always the big bad, Broad Street bully with no face. I mean, I didn't grow up in Philly, but you get the analogy. But there's like always, just in the hood. Like that's just how it is. And I never backed down. Like, I don't care how big the person was. I did, like, none of that mattered to me. None of that mattered to me. And it's like, did I get stomped out a few times? Yeah, but guess what? They got that work. I went down. If I got hit, I swung on the big. I did not play, okay? Like, that is just, and I guess when I think about like my childhood and how I just that I'm really beginning to think you really like windmilling. It was bestowed upon me. It wasn't a choice. I was forced to windmill. Like that's just respect was received. Oh, it definitely was. It was one of those things. Like, I will never forget one day my niece came in, like, these girls are like trying to get me, like it's so many of them, like, oh my god, auntie, what are we going to do? And it's not a big age gap between us, we're like a few years apart. Oh my god, auntie, these girls are out there. Even with cousins would, it's so many, it's a bunch of girls outside, I don't want to go. Let's go. It will be the two of us. It will be the two of us and like 8 girls. The odds were definitely against us. The odds were not in our favor. But what we weren't going to do is no, no, no. And the crazy part is, here's the wild part about the human psyche. Although we were outmanned, outnumbered, out everything, them seeing 2 people come outside like ready to, like, oh, y'all about to get this work, they would a lot of times just like, oh, we good, it wasn't even that serious, we were playing, we were playing with her, it wasn't a big. Because I'm sure they were thinking in their heads, like, this person, like, she's a head case, like, this clearly there's something not right about this woman. Like, there's 8 of us. We saw her look out the window. She counted how many of us it was out here, and she still came outside. So it shows you the human psychology. And I guess, like, now that I had no clue this was going to come full circle, but I guess I think about that. That's how I'm able to maneuver the way I maneuver now in life, where I'm just not, I get scared. I get fearful to do some things, but it's not going to stop me. When I looked out the window and I saw those 8 girls and it was just me and one cousin, that was scary. I would be an entire sociopath if I wasn't, scared, but I still did it. Like, that's the thing. I still did it. And to this day, and I'm so glad, I mean, who wants to grow up in poverty? I mean, God, no one, wants that. But I just think about a lot of the life lessons that I learned as a small child that has prepared me for today. So that sound that keeps sounding, they about to see what it's hitting for. Me deciding to take leaps of faith, although I am afraid, I still do it. And that is something that I am learning. You said it, darling lady, like you said it. It is ingrained. It is definitely it's a character, either a flaw or a character trait. It remains to be seen. Yeah, it remains to be seen. Like, but what I won't do is back down. Like, I refuse to fold. Like, that is just one of the things, no matter how hard stuff gets. Like, I know I kid about just, giving up. But when it really comes down to it, like, oh yeah, she got that work, but she went down. Yeah, wrecking. Okay. Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing. Like, it is, being able to push through the scary parts, because so many of us don't. So many of us don't push through those difficult parts because we've been, told not to. We've been told not to. We've been told, it is a level of insanity. Like, I'd be denying, reality if I didn't say that there is a level of, you know, like, just absolute wildness that will make you do things where society tells you the odds are against you, if that makes sense. Those are things that make you strong. Yeah, absolutely. Bonjour, Madame Kendrick. So good to see you. Yeah, it is. It is one of those things where we have been conditioned to believe that when the odds are against you, just don't even try. Just don't try, because they are not in your favor. They are not, just don't do it. And I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. It doesn't make me less scared, less fearful, less, any of those things. But I still do it. And I'm glad that I had those life experiences to position me in this, to be prepared for the ridiculousness that I continue to choose. I am so glad you all are here avec moi. I really enjoy going live. Like, I am starting to really, really accept that. Like, going live is a vibe. It is definitely a vibe. And I feel it helping me, like, in other spaces in life. Going live, like, it does, it prepares you for so many other things. You have to be, well, no, you don't have to be engaging to keep people on live, because I watch that man sleep on TikTok all the time. Yeah, that just canceled my entire point I was about to make. Wait a minute, where are you? What, you were everywhere. No, but I was about to say that going live, like, is an art form, like being engaging, being, just being able to tell a story, to, all of those things. But then I thought about the stuff I watch on live, and they ain't engaging. There's nothing captivating about prison talk that I found myself on. Like, I'm so glad you caught a live. Merci. I know that's my girl. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you switching platforms. That's the sound. You got me in here ready to knock and buck. That's you switching platforms. Oh my goodness. There's so many people to the block party. Is it something about this hour that attracts? Or is it me? I think it's me. I think it's still a valid point. If it's out of your comfort zone and you are working through, yeah, definitely is. No, I'm really starting to think it's me, because I attract these kind of people on and offline. On and offline, I attract unhoused people, mentally unstable. I mean, and your girl, I'm barely hanging on, okay? But I attract, so I'm really starting to think like I am attracting these trolls. Like, this is not the kind of boys I want my milkshake to bring to the yard, okay? This is the exact opposite. It is too early where you all are to be messing around, but I'm just so glad that you all hopped on with me. I have been having a really, really good day, and I'm thankful for that. And I am making a point. Yeah, it's like that. Close down the milkshake shop. Close it down, because these are not the boys I want in the yard. Take it back. Take it back. But yeah, it's like it's not. No. Not at all. No, but on the days that I am having very good days, I am starting to make a point to just verbally give thanks for. See, you know what? It's real wild how the human psyche works, because I only believe is certain things are trolls depending on what you say. Like this person telling me I look like Janet Jackson. I don't want to believe that's a troll. I want to believe that's a real boy, Pinocchio. Like, I want to believe that is a real person. All this other wild stuff that's been popping up on my screen. It's been some wild stuff, but I don't want to hear that. Are you a real man? Are you a real person? Bonjour. Isn't it amazing how the human psyche, like I'm willing to let this troll can stay. Okay? Like that troll can stay. Like you're invited to the cookouts. Like, everyone else scram. Like, we're gonna have to talk about that offline. Yeah. No, but it's beautiful. Like I'm just giving thanks. And when I have good days, I make a point. Well, I'm glad I can make you laugh on a tough day. That's what I feel one of my purposes here on this planet is to just bring light and love to people I meet, whether that's in person, online, kind trolls who want to tell me I look like Janet Jackson. You can stay. You can stay. Bonjour. All the other ones scram. Yeah, but that's part of just what I'm working on, is that every day when I am having a good day to vocally share that. Because I feel like for the most part, when we're having bad days, we when we're see, now you gotta go. Is this the same person? How you go from telling me I look like Janet to now I was gonna let you stay. Was that the same person? Maybe that was someone else. No, but what I'm working on actively is when I'm having a good day, spreading that news. Because when you think about it, for the most part, whenever we have bad days, we call everyone. When something bad happens, for the most part, something annoying, something, happens, you call everyone. You're telling the same story over and over. You're doing everything. You're telling that story, the same negative story over and over. And I am, I do it. I do it. Yes, Tyrone. Like I have done it. And I have made a conscious effort to stop that. Like made a conscious effort to stop that. Are there people, like, you need to vent? Like there are people you do need to vent. Sometimes you do need to just tell someone. But I know for me, I do need a moderator. Can you moderate for me, because it's real wild over here? Like, God, I'm fighting for my life. Can I put you as a moderator? This is like insane. Yeah, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. And just it could just be us in here at this point. Like, yeah, so that's one of the things that I have been working on, is that even when I am having or when I'm having a bad day, there's just one person I, may or may not share that with. Perhaps you need to journal or something, but not to keep that negativity train going. Because, I don't know, I'll keep it light. I spilled my cappuccino. I'll call one person, girl, you believe what happened? I done spilled my cappuccino, blah, 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 blah. Talk to them about how it ruined this, ruined that. Then when they have to go call someone else, girl, I done spilled the cappuccino now. So now it's like, no, it has to stop. So I make a point now to share the good news. Share the good news. When I'm feeling good, it doesn't even have to be like something good like happened. Like, oh, I don't know, got a promotion, got a job, got a this, got a that. Like, just having a good day is good enough to spread that word, because the negative things we spread so much. And I hope you all join me with this effort of just speaking about that more. If you're just simply having a good day, like, it doesn't have to be magical. It doesn't have to be, just these grand things. Just having a good day is amazing. I'm gonna need you to really get on this monitorization. It is so ridiculous over here. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm so sorry that I have to keep stopping to. This is insane. Like, that's so wild. Are we blocking the same people? Look at us. Twin, where have you been? Nobody loves me like I. I've been trying to be more mindful and stop sharing negative and be more intentional about saying positive affirmations daily. We have to, because there's so much negativity. Like, there's a lot. Like, I just cannot deny that. As positive as a person as I want to be, I try to be. There are so many negative things happening in my life right now that I can focus on. Like, I don't even have to read the paper. I don't even have to read the news, watch the news, or anything. There is so much that I just have, like, on my person. So many things that I can just be upset about. I could be sad about. I could be angry about. I can be all of those things. But making a conscious decision that, like, I just don't want to be. I don't want to stay in those places, and not to get into that, what is it, like, toxic positivity, like those people where it's like, no matter what happens, it's like, oh, you got to find the good in it. And it's like, some things are just really messed up. There are things that happen in life that are just really, really messed up, and it's very hard to find the good in it. But I have been, oh, Desi, I appreciate that so much. But I have been making a point to not stay in those spaces for so long. I'm not going to deny my feelings, because that's just as bad. There was a point in time when I didn't want to feel anything but happy. So I would ignore, like, bad things that happened to me. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to address it. I just want denial. That was my defense mechanism. Like, I just did not want to address those things. Now I have those difficult conversations. I address things. I deal with those emotions so that it could be gone. Because when you don't deal with those things, it affects you in so many ways. And getting back to all my degrees that I don't use, like one of my, like, science degrees, I wrote a paper about that. Like, how suppressing emotions, how it affects you at a very visceral level. Like, you think about so much, the high blood pressure, cholesterol. Yeah, a lot of those things are diet based, but you look like, energy is real. I don't think you all get that. I don't think a lot of people realize how real energy is. It's everywhere. You can't deny it. It does not matter who you believe in, God, Jah, Allah, Ra. None of that matters. Energy is real. The energy that we are sharing right now is very, very real. You cannot deny that. You just cannot. You simply cannot deny it. And when you have these very, very strong emotions, which is energy, emotions, that's energy. You think about it, like we say it but we don't practice it. Think about times when I mean, energy, vibes, however you want to call it. But you think about that. Think about, there have been people that you have encountered throughout your day, or your friend invites you somewhere and you're like, her vibes were off, her energy was off. Energy is real. And that's an emotional response that you had to someone or something. And when you don't deal with that energy, i.e., emotions, when you suppress those things, it affects you, like, medically. It affects you. Harboring hate, like not forgiving people, not like, there have been studies showing how people, like, the same thing could happen to people, and the one person who chose to forgive, the one person who, let go, who released that energy, lived a healthier life, lived a longer life than the person who internalized all of these, toxins, all of these very awful emotions. And it's real. Like, it is a real thing. It's so real. And so that's what I don't want. I look at a lot of my family members. I look at my mayor, like, the things that she internalized, the things that she didn't speak about, the energy that she never released, and how that literally, like, ate her from the inside out. Like, it's real. So do I want to stay in dark places? Absolutely not. But I am going to address issues. I'm not going to let things, like, I used to have panic attacks all the time, all the time. And if you have ever had a panic attack, you think that you're dying. Like, I used to think, like, in my 20s, my early 20s, healthy, juicy, vibrant, thou. I used to think that I was having heart attacks because it was that bad. Anxiety, the panic, all of those things. It is so, I appreciate you. Merci. Thank you so much for being here. That energy is real. Having those panic attacks, I used to have them around the clock. And then I would panic about having a panic attack. So it was like a never ending cycle. Because once you have one and you experience it, and you think you're dying, you get so scared. Like, when something happens, you're like, oh my God, I think I'm going to, have another panic attack. And then that triggers one. Like, it's wild. And I realized during that time in my life, there were so many things I didn't speak about. There were so many, just things that I had internalized, things that I did not, just want to address. And it was affecting me, not the other people. They were out thriving, living life. And here I am, like, dying. Truly. So that is why now my personality is shaped the way it is, where, I'm still growing with regards to that, but that I will have difficult conversations. Is it the easiest for me? No, it is not. I would be lying if I told you that it was just easy. But I'm not afraid to have difficult conversations anymore. It's not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm not afraid to have difficult conversations anymore. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Bonjour, boo. We back online. Yeah, so just, address those emotions. And that's something I hope we can all get better at. Sadly, we live in a society where it's okay for certain people to display certain emotions, and it's not okay for other people to. And it's sad. Because it does affect you. Like, it affect you really, really bad. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Like, we have to address those things, like difficult conversations. They're difficult. Like, the name literally says difficult conversations. Like, did you expect anything else? Di- you saw the meeting invite. The meeting invite literally said a difficult conversation, and you thought it wasn't going to be. But have those conversations. I'm telling you, it releases that energy. Because you think about it. Think about when someone says something or does something to you, and I mean, maybe this could be me. Woohoo. It could just be me. It plays in my head over and over, and I'm just like, I'm stewing, I'm brewing hot, like cartoon character, steam coming out of my ears. Yes, delusional. Like, the subject line, like the meeting invite said difficult conversation. And I brace people. What you won't say is that I snuck up on you, okay? Even going back to windmilling, I'm not going to sneak up on you. I'm not going to sneak up on you. You're going to know that we need to have a difficult conversation. I don't blindside anyone. So I really, really mean that when I say the subject line truly said difficult conversation. I warned people. Like, we really need to have an uncomfortable, difficult conversation. I often go stage left or silent with friends that hurt me, and it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Like, it's really not good. Like, you got to have those difficult conversations. And if it's worth it, I will say that. I'm not going to have a difficult conversation with the barista. Like, okay, you used almond milk instead of oat milk. I'm just certain things like that. I don't want to put my energy there. I mean, perhaps I would. That's a bad analogy because that's a big difference. Like, oat milk is not giving. It's not going to give what it was supposed to give. So perhaps I would have a difficult conversation with a barista who used almond milk when I requested oat. So, horrible analogy, but you get what I'm saying. some people, some people, it's just not worth having difficult conversations. Like, it's just not. You're not the oat milk slander. No, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, yeah, Monument Mom here on YouTube, you got to have those disconnecting. That I used to do that. I used to do that. I used to do that. I used to do that, be that person that would just like, you know what? I'm just going to fall back. Some people I do fall back on. If you're not someone I want to keep in my life, if you are someone who, just does some people just don't need to be in your life. Like this person who is accusing me of ridiculousness, you don't need to be in my life or my life. So, au revoir. Yeah, certain people, certain things are just not worth fighting for. They're not worth the meeting invite titled difficult conversation. I'm not having difficult conversations with everyone. Like, I'm just not. Because that energy that we spoke of earlier, it's real. I'm not going to say it's limited. We have an abundance of energy in the universe. How do you bring up difficult conversations with parents? That's difficult. It depends on what, the conversation is about. But I had to have, before my mare passed last year, I had to have very difficult conversations with her. And I led with that. I would send a text like, "Hey, let me know when you are in a good mind space where we can talk about something it's really not easy for me to talk about." Like that's one of those things. You have to you just because you're in a place just because you're in a place to have a difficult conversation doesn't mean that everyone else is. And you have to extend to other people that grace. Not everyone is where you are. And you have to be okay with that. Not everyone is ready to address certain traumas. Not everyone is ready to address certain things. It doesn't even have to be traumatic. You know, it doesn't have to be, but not everyone is ready to have those things. So in my opinion, to answer your question, preface it. Like, I don't believe in sneaking up on people. I don't believe in, sucker punching people. That's not how we win battles around here, okay? You gonna see the windmill. Like, you gonna see me coming. We don't sucker punch people, okay? Like, that's how I operate. Like, we definitely, I warn people, like, "Hey, let me know when you have a second, because I really need to talk to you about something uncomfortable." And I did that with my mom to make sure she was ready to have this conversation, because that wouldn't have been fair to her. Like, it wouldn't have been fair to her for me to just blindside her about some stuff from, 19, I mean, 2000. Let people know when there is a difficult conversation that needs to be had. Let people know. You need to be respectful the same way you want people to respect where you are mentally, emotionally, the same way you want people to um, respect your space. You have to do the same. You have to do the same. And not everyone is ready to have those difficult conversations. And you have to be okay with that. Sometimes you don't get closure. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Oh, they're woke over here. Real woke. Real woke. Like, wild. But sometimes you don't get closure. And I'm sad to bear that news. But that is a very real thing. Some things you will not get answers to. Sometimes you just won't. But you have to make a decision of how you're going to proceed. Are you going to let that energy stay pinned up? You're not going to get over it. You're not going to forgive the person. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do those things. You're the only person that's affecting. Because I can't say I guarantee, but I can kind of assure you, because I know a lot of bad people, they ain't worried about you. They not checking for you. They not worried about what they did to you. But you're daggone near in a psych ward, because some things you have to get professional help with. Some conversations you may need a mediator, a moderator, someone who specializes in this. But I am always the one to respect people's space, because not everyone is ready. Not everyone is ready. And I think that that's one of the worst things you can do, is to put someone in the very compromising situation by just calling and talking about some, traumatic, something that happened or whatever, disagreement. Like, you don't know what they're going through when you call them. You don't know what they're going through. You're ready. You're at home. You're in your pajamas. You're sipping your, lemon tea with Emily in Paris on pause, and now you want to talk. But you don't know what this person has just gone through. You don't know what this person is experiencing, and you just called them and totally blindsided them. Like, that's just not fair. So Send that meeting invite if you have to. Difficult conversation. Let me know when you're free. Here's my schedule. But that's how I do it. I let the person know. Yeah, you have to be respectful. Even when it comes to, even when the difficult conversations doesn't involve the person that you're calling, I, as a friend, you're most welcome, Stella Moon. I hope that I can, I hope that I, did help. But I respect people's space, the space and place and their energy so much, even if it doesn't have anything to do with them. I inquire, are you in a space right now where I can emotionally dump? Because a lot of times we take our friends for granted. We take our families for granted. We, as soon as they pick up the phone, girl, this, and you just emotionally dumped, and then most of the time, all right, boo, I'm gonna holler at you later. And now that person is stuck with all your emotional baggage that you have dumped. You've got to be aware of that. Make sure people are in a space mentally to carry your load, because that's what it is, a load. When you call someone and you're venting about something and you don't know how their day is going, that is so selfish. Like, you don't do that. Even if it has nothing to do with them. If you are my friend and I'm calling you because, some, whatever happened, I inquire, like, love, you got a second? I'm not going to do the, oh, how are you? How are the kids? How's your mom? The poodle? No, I get straight to the point. Yo, you good? Can I holler at you for a second? Like, I'm your girls. And from there, that's how we can go. My best friend yesterday I called my best friend, like, can I like emotionally dump right now? Like, I am. And she's like, you know what? Give me a second, because I'm like, I got some stuff happening right now. Can I call you back in like an hour? Respect. That is respect. Okay? That is respect when you do that. Not everyone is your dumping ground. Not everyone is your landfill. You cannot just do that. You have to. You have to seek permission. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what phone call they just received. You don't know what email they just opened. You don't know anything, but you're just calling because that's the homie, that's your girl, that's your whomever, and you're just dumping. Like, that's not fair. And it's disrespectful, to be frank. Respect is everything. And there's so many levels of respect that we don't even respect. You feel that you have access to people. You feel that entitled. Well, you're my best friend, so I should be able to talk to you about anything. That's not true. That's not true. Just because that's your best friend does not mean you have to be able to talk to them about everything. I have really, really dear friends where I know certain things because of their mental health, their mental space. I don't have those conversations with them. Not because, I think they're going to tell someone. It is out of respect. It is out of respect. It's not because I think they're going to tell someone or, no, it is respect. You are still my best friend. You are still my sister. You are still my whatever you are. And I love you eternally. But there are certain things I'm not going to talk to you about because I know where you are mentally or emotionally with regards to this. And it's not about me. Oh, bonjour, Pam. Good. Tanika, I hope I said your name right. I hope I said your name right. I'm so glad that you do that. It's also disrespectful. Yeah, it has to be reciprocity. Like, it has to be reciprocity. Yeah, and it could trigger. It could trigger. I tell people all the time, and when I say people, it's like two people. But depending on conversation, certain things I'm about to speak about, I'm like, this is kind of dark. This is really, like, Can we do this or not? Give people respect. You have got to respect people. Don't just think because someone is your cousin, your best friend, you're this, you're that they are supposed to handle whatever, emotion you're just spewing at that point. Yeah, once you have to, I'm not a therapist. Let's say that. So don't people start coming for me with like, I used your advice and now, my black eye. Um, how do you handle hard talks with them, even giving them the heads up? You have to be ready to have that talk. You have to be ready to have that talk. If you have sent the warning, hey love, right? Like now I got swung on listening to Jesse telling me to have difficult conversations. Now I got windmilled. Use this at your discretion, okay? I will not be held like I'm telling y'all what I do. Some of y'all can't do what I do, but you can't do it like me. But you can't do it like me. No, but seriously, you have to. Yeah, wow. We can't even be serious. We can't even be serious. I was getting deep. You have to be ready to have that conversation. You have to be ready to have it. And that is one of the things too, when I mentioned about me going back to therapy. When I mentioned me going back to therapy after my mayor passed, everyone was go to therapy, go to, like, you got to go to therapy, you got to go to therapy, you got to go to therapy. I wasn't ready. You've got to be ready to do whatever it is to have that difficult conversation. You've got to be ready. And only you know when you're ready. Only you know when you are ready. And sometimes you send that, I'm calling it the meeting invite because that's what I do. Merci. Thank you, my darling lady. Because I was about to personally tell her get the step in. They won't let me namaste. They won't let me mama stay. Mama say, mama say, I'm not gonna stay. I don't know where I am. Gandhi or Gauchos. I'm like out here, just put me wherever. I'm good, okay? Put me anywhere on this planet and your girl gonna thrive, okay? Merci. I don't know where I am. No, but truly, you've got to be ready and you have to be respectful. Like respect is just my thing. Like I tolerate a lot. Like my tolerance for insanity, my tolerance for BS, my tolerance for so much is so high. But when it comes to respect, like that's one thing where it's like I go for the jugular, like at that point, because it's like, no, like just absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's levels of respect that people don't even I don't even think, because so many people aren't used to someone having so much self-respect that they think you're being disrespectful because you're not letting them, you're not letting them cross your boundaries. You're not letting them take advantage of you. Now you're disrespectful. Now I'm disrespectful because I won't let you take advantage of me, because I won't let you do those things. Like, no. So getting back to your question, Stella Moon. Oh, I appreciate that. Ignore the haters. You have a fabulous personality. I had to. I had to get a good personality. I was very underdeveloped as a teenager and adult. So it's all I had to lean on. Just had to have a really good personality, a lot of good conversations to talk about. It was it was forced. It wasn't my choice. Cuz Lord knows if the thing was thinging back then, we wouldn't even be here. Like, I would have nothing positive to pour into your lives. Okay. It's so early, right? It's wild. Yeah, I would have absolutely nothing to pour into you if that thing was banging when I was in my teens, in my in my early 20s. I'm telling you. But I'm so glad that you all could enjoy, like, just join me. Eastern Standard Time, my folks. I know it's super early there. Folks, à Paris, just joining. Merci. Mes amis all over. And I appreciate that. It's crazy how your personality upsets negative people. Yeah, it does. Like, it's so weird how my happiness makes other people upset at times and makes them question, is she really that happy? Well, just let me be happy. Like, dang. Like, what? Just look, like, what y'all really want from a, like, come on. Like, just let me be peaceful. Cause it's this or flipping tables. Like, just let me be in peace. But dang, like, Bizu, have a good night. I am about to get off too. I had no clue. I've been talking for 60 minutes and I was on the other platform before then. So, merci. I appreciate you all so much for joining me. It's just a personal choice. I just wanted to. There's nothing philosophical about it. I just do things sometimes because I want to. It's just not even deep. I just want to do it. Yeah. Bonjour, boo. We are heading out. We are heading out because I have been yapping for 62 minutes in 9 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. So, love you all. Just know that you are loved. You are loved. If no one said it to you today, I said it because I mean it. I love my boos. Bow, bow, bow. Mm. Bow, bow, bow. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing day, an amazing night, wherever you all are. Ciao for now.